Okay, we're live. I need a table.
We are live?
We're live.
We're back?
We're back, everyone. It has been a really long time.
I think it's been a year.
I think so. I think
roughly a year.
I think we really fell down on the job.
For some people, they may realize, we understand that they're back. Other people seeing this for the first time, maybe thinking, why are they on here?
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe you can take them through like what we're doing.
Okay, so I'm actually going to share. I don't even know where I'm sharing this right now. Okay, I'm going to share. We already have comments. What the?
Who's commenting? Who's commenting?
Wait, I'm sharing this to a group right now. I'm going to share this on New York Eats and Treats. How about that?
Not yet.
No.
All right. It's got to be some food content.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna hijack New York Eats and Treats right just yet, but I'm going to share it on your page maybe.
Well, maybe some people that we used to talk to all the time are on here. What do you think?
I don't know. I gotta see. But I gotta
For any of you who are tuning in now, wondering what this is a little thing that we used to do every single day during the pandemic called Keeping It Real with Beth and Darin.
Yes.
And we did it for about a year straight, right? We started
longer than that. I feel like
started in March of 2020 because we had nothing to do, and then we kept going for about a little short of a year. And it's been about 8 months since we've done, maybe even longer, 9 months since we've done one of these shows.
Yeah. Oops. And it's us playing ourselves.
So now we're back. We're not sure how often we're going to do it, but we're going to try to do them once in a while. Because we just have fun doing it. No other reason. And we enjoy hanging out with people we used to talk to all the time. Wow! Julia, Denise is here. This is great.
We're
That's all
back.
we need. We don't need anybody else. We got the two of you.
Oh my God! So we just were like, you know what? We got, once in a while people reach out to us and say, why'd you guys go away? What happened?
It's because we had Santana here who doesn't stop. Come here.
Yeah, this is her time to just kind of bother us. But
okay, go. Get out of here.
We've gone through a lot this year. We've shared a lot.
Which is the point of this. The point of this whole. That's the whole point of this show, or whatever you want to call it. Not show, little thing that we do, right?
Wait, I gotta froth a little more.
It's called Keeping It Real with Beth and Darin.
I'm frothing. I gotta froth more. It's not as congealed. I'm sorry. Sorry for the interruption.
So when Beth and I talk to each other, we always say, you know what? In terms of life, we always have all these ups and downs, and we know that there are a lot of people out there who have lives that are very difficult and very challenging, and then there's other people who have lives that seem like they're great and phenomenal and everything is just, rainbows and unicorns. And then I think that there's like
the real people,
right? Who
Julie said keep it clean. I know, I was saying to Darin today, I'm like, we could talk about X, and I was like, no, I don't want to go there. I'm not talking about that today.
I didn't even bring. Yeah. I can't believe you're even hinting at that. But listen, that's for you to talk about. That's on you.
Right.
But the whole point of this whole Keeping It Real is, I think the majority of people that we know or are friends with is like, yeah, life is bunch of ups and downs, fun, not so fun, good things happen, shitty things happen, and we just like hanging out with people and talking about it, right?
Exactly.
And having some fun and telling some jokes along the way. So why don't you start off with things that have been going on with you since last year?
Oh, yeah.
Just briefly.
What has been going on with me?
You started a whole new group, right?
Yeah, oh my God, and it was like controversy and whatever. So everyone knows, like, all of the people that have watched me, I lost a lot of weight. In addition to my PR work, I became a health coach.
Can I say how much you lost?
Yes.
So, I don't know since the time...
Well, the lowest I lost,
From Beth's high to Beth's low, she lost roughly 37 pounds.
Right.
37 pounds.
Yeah. And now I'm like, a little bit up from there because Darin and I say it's like you trend in the winter a little higher, which is fine, but I'm happy. I still am really happy where I am, so it's all good. But in the course of doing this whole thing, I realized that the key was really coming up with good recipes that keep you going, make it fun. I've even gotten him involved. I make him all these like little desserts and things, and I'm obsessed with the mini dash gadgets. That's my thing. So I started a group. So the program I do is called Optivia, and I started a group on Facebook at the time called Optivia Mini Dash fueling hack recipes and lean and green meals or something like that. Initially, it was just the fueling hacks, then it became the lean and green recipes. So whatever. It kept growing and growing and growing. It is now at
close to 24,000.
Close to 24,000 people.
24,000 people. Before we thought it was going to be like 24 people.
Right. I never have been able to build. I mean, what did we build on Keeping It Real? 5 people? Like, I mean, okay. I love you guys. I love it. It's Julia, Denise, Alex is on. Like, I got our favorite
Craig,
people on.
We had Matt, we had Alicia, we had Alex. Yeah,
I love it.
Right.
So we have like our favorite people. This group just completely took off, and I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I threw the Optivian name in it, right? So people were finding it. So what do you think happens right after the new year? I freaking get contacted by Optivia Corporate that I'm breaking their compliance rules by using their name in the title of my Facebook group. I wasn't selling anything. I wasn't doing anything. In fact, if anything, I was helping more people stay on the program, because most people, sadly, I tell them not to say this, but a lot of them will say things like, I can't choke this down. Like, this tastes terrible. I can't do this. And I'm like, please, people, like, just take a breath. We can make this work for you. And we show them how it tastes better, like, but to do all kinds of tips and tricks. So the other day, I had to change the name. It was I had changed it last month, and then I changed it again. And now I finally changed it to...
Wait.
Darin changed it.
Weight loss and wellness.
Weight loss and wellness.
Wellness and some mini dash.
All the other stuff. And blah, 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 blah.
Needless to say, membership has sort of been leveling off since then.
No, I still have people. But then people are like, oh, I missed the other name. Whatever. You know what? We're still doing the same stuff. And if I wind up getting people who just want to lose weight and want to join, who cares? It's all good. It's all positive stuff.
I've been part of this plan partially.
Yeah.
Not the whole way. Yeah, I haven't been like fully committed, but I've been doing some of it. The main thing I've been doing a lot less of since we used to do the shows have been eating a lot less pizza and drinking a lot less wine.
Yes.
And
both it works.
It does work. Unfortunately, I have to say that does work, much to my dismay, because I really do. I miss having pizza as often as I did. I do miss having my glass of wine at night, but it has helped me keep the weight off. So I'm probably down around between 9 and 10 pounds when we were doing.
Look at that.
I was down by about 5 more than what I am right now, but I sort of, like I said, I bounced off the lows.
It's the winter weight.
It's the winter weight.
We call it the winter weight. It's fine.
But I'll get back. My goal is probably from here to lose probably about another 7 or 8 pounds.
Right, which is totally doable. But that's something that at least, and the thing that he is constantly, he doesn't want to necessarily use all their products. So Darin is always putting me in charge of finding things that taste good that are low in carbs. So I feel like I can do a whole test kitchen on. I ordered this stuff called Schoolyard Snacks because it kept coming up in my Facebook feed, and they have cereals and they have other snacks. It's decent. It's not great. But it's good. Like last night I had it was pretty good.
I love carbs.
Yeah, but Built bars. Darin's been having Built bars, which he loves.
Those Built bars.
Yeah.
Wait, let me go show one. All right, let me go get one of those Built bars.
Yeah, because it's key. It's like
this is key. This is huge.
Yeah, if you can find things that taste good, it's not about eating cardboard. Because I remember back in the day we would eat like rice cakes and all kinds of other stuff that just tasted bland and gross. It's really about finding things that taste good that'll just keep you going. So. He got Built Bar. I ordered him the Built Bars. We have like yogurt throughout the day. Catalina Crunch is also a really good cereal too. So Denise says, "Who doesn't love carbs?" I know.
I know, right?
I know.
Seriously, I've tried a lot of these different protein bars and low carb stuff. These Built Bars. Okay.
And this is not an endorsement.
This is not an endorsement.
We don't get paid by nobody.
I'm telling you, these things are phenomenal. They're filling. They taste really damn good. And every time we run out, I'm like saying to Beth, we need to order more right away because this has been key for me losing weight because it tides me over.
Yep.
I feel like I got my sweet tooth craving
taken care of.
It's great. So if you never tried these, again, Built Bars, they come in all different types of flavors.
About 100 to 130 calories.
Don't get the marshmallow one. The marshmallow one kind of sucks, but everything else is very good. And the other key thing that's worked well for me, which I really like. Are those, Too Good?
Oh, Too Good yogurt. That's in the supermarket. That's 80 calories, and you can just, mix in a little cereal with it or a little, put in something to even if you do a protein shake, you can put some of that or PB powder to flavor it. But yeah, so that's another trick.
Right, so enough on the weight loss.
So that's been, my Facebook obsession down the rabbit hole.
So a couple of the things that have happened since God knows how long over the course of the year. Again, like keeping it real, some good stuff, some very unfortunate stuff. Starting with the unfortunate stuff, very sadly, and miss him greatly to this day.
Oh, I have me.
Hey, you gonna get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
My stepfather, John, unfortunately passed away.
I have to give your mom back her pictures.
On October 9th.
Aw, John Giles.
That was, John right there.
And Sally, she's a looker. Your mom's always hot.
Yeah, it was very upsetting, very sad, and like I said, we miss him terribly, and my mom misses him terribly. He was an instrumental part of my life and our lives, and for Rebecca and for Dylan, and for Beth. And as like the saying goes, that he always said, you can't put a price on a good time, and we try to live that as much as we possibly can. He was in a home assisted living center in North White Plains called the Bristol, which I would never recommend to anybody. I'll say that right now. That's as far as I'll go. It was unfortunate how things ended up there, and needless to say, he unfortunately met his demise probably a lot earlier than we had ever anticipated. So, yeah, it's been a few months. We just ordered his headstone, right?
Yeah, and here's the interesting thing, and this
didn't think we'd be talking about headstones.
I know, but this is I have to say the one thing that John, it always blew my mind. He was obsessed with cars, like sports cars. So from the time that I met him, I mean, they had a motorcycle, he had a Harley, they had a Corvette. He had a Mazda Miata. I mean, he was like in his 80s and had a Mazda Miata. He then
I don't recommend doing that.
Yeah, and every car that he got was a stick shift. So even if we wanted to drive it, I remember him telling like Rebecca or Dylan, "Hey, you want to drive my car?" And they're like, "We can't drive stick shift, so we can't even get the excitement of driving this really cool sports car." And one of his last cars that he owned was a Honda. What was that thing called? I don't know. It was some crazy Honda sports car that's a fortune.
Yeah, we had to unwind that transaction.
Yeah, that was sad.
At a very steep cost.
Yes. But the thing was, he didn't know, because he was in the assisted living, and he would ask about his car all the time. Where's my car? Where's my car? Where are the keys? Where I want to go drive. And so when it came time for his headstone, I just, kind of made a little joke like, "Oh, it'd be so nice to put his car on the headstone." And the woman said, "Well, we could totally do that." I send her the actual drawing of the last car that he owned that he kept asking about, and sure enough, we're gonna be able to get a car on the headstone. And they gave us a mock-up, so we'll be doing,
I guess it turned out you could put anything on a headstone.
You could put anything on a headstone. So, it was...
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, hopefully...
So there will be a Honda sports car on John's headstone.
So we like I said, we miss John terribly. We think about him all the time. It's especially tough, whenever we're going out to dinner with my mom, because John would always love going out to a very nice dinner.
Yep.
So it's been difficult, but like I said, we're trying to make the best of it with Mom each day, and hopefully she will start being
I know it's
herself
hard.
And happy the way she was once again. For me, I'm not gonna dwell on it too long. But basically, back in September, I woke up one day with unbelievable joint pain. I can't even explain how excruciating it was, and I ended up getting diagnosed with something called polymyalgia. I still don't know what the hell it is, but it's basically some joint inflammation thing, which now results in me having to take prednisone. And I've been on prednisone since
September or October,
since
whatever.
October. I hate it. The thing is,
he has roid rage.
I don't know if anybody's ever. I don't know if anybody's ever had to take prednisone. It sucks. It makes you moody. Beth thinks it makes me angry.
Yeah.
I think I've been.
Sometimes like you just fly off the handle. Like
no,
I was like, oh come on.
That was one.
Yeah.
That was one. I was one time.
Okay.
I flew off the handle one time, and that was totally warranted. We're not even going to go into.
Yeah, we're not going to.
And it wasn't with Beth. It was with the kids.
Right.
There was
exactly.
Something
happened.
Something happened in the house, which we were not going to reveal because we're not going to reveal everything. We need to keep something secret about the developments. But yeah, something happened, and I came downstairs, and I was pretty mad, and Beth at that point blamed it on the prednisone.
I was like, roid rage.
I'm like, no, that I would have been angry regardless. She goes, no, I think that definitely contributed. I'm like, okay, what? We'll agree to disagree on that one. But yeah, so I've been on this prednisone for a while now, and again, I can't wait to get off this crap because it really it does make me a little bit moody, but
just a little bit.
Yeah, but it does make me feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, the pain that I was having in my shoulders was unbearable.
Well, and today's a rainy day, so you would typically have bad joint pain.
Yeah, exactly.
As I'm looking out the window.
So enough of the depressing.
Doom.
Here's some positive stuff. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Our daughter, which we're very happy to say, 2 things. One, she ended up getting a full-time job.
Yes.
At Rebecca Taylor. We're very, very proud of her. She's been doing an internship there since, when did she start? September?
Yes. Yeah, she had done an internship during the summer with a wedding dress designer, and then this led into this opportunity with their design team.
And since she now has a full-time job, she was able to go and get herself a apartment in the city.
Yep.
And she has officially moved out.
Yes, she
has. And
has.
that means now, I'm going to say it, Rebecca is off the payroll. Almost.
Yeah. I mean, come on, yeah. She's like, she's coming home tonight so she can go to dinner with us.
Yeah, that's not payroll. But she's basically an independent...
She's launched.
She's an independent adult.
Yes.
Yes, of course we're still going to...
We have one child launched. So we have the other child who needs desperately needs a haircut. I was looking at him yesterday, and meanwhile we're not going to see him till like the end of March, so that hair's just going to keep going. Dylan is doing much better than last year. I don't remember like when we stopped doing the show, but it was tough. We might have stopped the show right when he was like really in.
Dylan had a very
rocky freshman year.
Over what, you ask? What else?
A girl.
A girl. Yeah.
But anyway, he has bounced back tremendously. He is doing, Denise said, I have bad news. They are never off the payroll. I agree with you, Denise. Totally. I mean, listen, even with my dad, I'm never off the payroll, thank God, right? Anyway, but, so with Dylan, he bounced back. He joined a fraternity. He is on the DePaul improv team, and he has written, I would say, about 40 songs. And if I say to him one more time, what are you doing with all the songs that you wrote without actually performing them anywhere? I just hope one day someone's just going to either discover him or he's got to do something because I always say it, he's my Michigan J. Frog. He's so talented.
These are legit. I mean, I don't like to spend so much time bragging. So seriously, because, listen, there's
Gina's back.
Hello,
Hi, Gina.
But these are seriously some excellent songs that he wrote himself, that he's singing, playing the guitar. I mean, one of them he actually did record, right?
Yeah, he did. Well, that was last year. I was like, the mom who was feeling so bad. I'm like, what could I do to make him happy? What did I pay to have you record a song? My God, right? Freaking, I didn't buy him a Porsche, but and he did. He recorded the song. He had string instruments with it. It was very cool. He did a great job. And now, he was actually telling me that they are doing... There are kids there that do house concerts. So if you're throwing a party, then you bring in like a group that's going to play music. So he thinks he's going to start doing that, or even he could even do it at his apartment, because his apartment, which we didn't get to talk about last year because he didn't have it at the time, the apartment he's living in now is above a bar, overlooking another bar in Wrigleyville, about a half a block from Wrigley Field.
No college kid should ever be able to have the apartment that he has.
Yeah,
right now.
with a
Seriously.
deck that's so big that he could have house concerts right on the deck, and people from the bars could just throw him money because it should be kind of cool.
Yeah, he's right down the block from Wrigley Field. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a great area.
It's surrounded by bars. Yeah, it's a little loud. He said the noise doesn't really bother him. It's insane. Like, yeah. I'm serious. There's no way any average college kid should ever be able to have an apartment. He really just lucked out getting this place.
And the thing I can say about Chicago real estate is, if you're like looking at cities, because we obviously had to have an apartment in Philly, Becca has one in the city now, and now there's Chicago. It is one of the most affordable cities to live in, and it is, certain times of the year, it is absolutely beautiful.
And thank God Becca's out of Philly right now.
Oh my God, yeah. It's the area that she lived in has been like horrendous.
Shit show.
Yeah, really, really
terrible.
bad.
The stuff that was going on in Philadelphia was just horrendous.
Yeah, so at least that's not. But anyway, so if we're going to do the real estate report, if Chicago were 70 to 80 all year long, I would totally live in Chicago.
Chicago's a great awesome. City. It is, but Dylan said it's snowing quite a bit.
Yeah, his fraternity had a plan to go shovel driveways or something.
Yeah, Dylan was just going to be the dispatcher.
Yeah, because he's in Wrigleyville and they were going to shovel in Lincoln Park. So he's like, yeah, I'm not going to get on the train today. So he didn't go. But he said other kids did. So for a fundraiser for their fraternity.
And outside of that, just, we're not going to spend time talking much about like other serious things that we've been doing since we've been sort of quasi empty nesters, right? Some of the stuff that we've been watching on TV. So these are some of the shows that we have been...
Oh my God.
Let's start with some of the past ones and then we'll talk about
Go all the way through.
Right? We've watched Succession.
Yes, that was excellent.
That was excellent. I don't know if everybody else has watched it. Like all these shows, it gets a little bit hard to believe at certain points, but I guess that's the whole point of entertainment and watching, is to separate yourself from reality. But yeah, Succession was very good. We just finished watching, a week and a half ago, all the episodes of Ozark.
Oh my God.
Now, Ozark, I think, started off the season kind of
It was confusing. Somebody had actually said, if you haven't started at Ozark, rewatch the last season just to remind you, like, what happened. Because there are some flashbacks that are kind of confusing. But, oh my God. If Ruth, the one who plays Ruth, doesn't get an Emmy or something, like, she's phenomenal.
And our favorite saying now, because of Ruth, is
I
don't know shit about fuck.
But you have to do it in a southern thing.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Yeah.
She's great.
She's great. I love her.
She's from Riverdale.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's
super talented girl.
And somebody else said,
woman.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it is true. If you ever watched Jason Bateman in the show, I mean, wouldn't you like to be? I'm serious. Wouldn't you like to be as composed as him?
When he's about to be killed 15 times.
In all the most stressful moments of your life, if you could be as composed as Jason Bateman, I mean, can you imagine that? The guy is just unflappable. I mean, I know. Obviously it's TV, but still.
Yeah, it's like every time you think, it's like, yeah.
It's crazy.
He's a nice guy, too.
Beth did actually have a personal interaction.
I did. He's such a nice guy. That's why it's like when I see people like that, I see him, I see Kyle Chandler. It's like I do a silent cheer in the back. Like, oh, they're doing so well. Because, like, the ones that I can't stand, if I still see them, I'm like, really, why are they doing so well?
We'll come back to the shows for a second. I'm thinking about men in your lives right now, men other than me.
Yeah.
So real quick, we're going to come back to the shows we're watching, but so...
Okay.
So there's
I'm laughing.
There are other men in Beth's life that have been touching her lately, okay?
Oh my God, he caught me.
Beth is going to be doing a special event. When is it? In
June. A friend of mine is Allison Singer, is the founder of the Autism Science Foundation. And she reached out to me, I guess, a couple months ago and asked if I would consider being one of, like, the Westchester's, like, Dancing with the Stars competition. Like, and what it would entail is I would get free dance lessons.
Not with her husband.
No, not with my husband. I would be partnered up with someone, and then they're going to do costumes for me and my makeup and hair. Whatever. So I was able to pick the song that I wanted. And I go to the place, Fred Astaire Dance Studio in Mamaroneck, and my dance partner's name is Stanley. Stanley
and I have to have a talk.
And I decided the song that I picked was Whenever You're Away From Me from Xanadu. I mean, and for those of you who are total cheesy people like me, it's a song that Olivia Newton-John sang with Gene Kelly. And what I love about it is it's a little bit of swing, it's a little chasse, it's a little pas de bourrée, even a little tap, but nothing too elaborate, no dirty dancing going on, nothing like that. But Stanley wasn't copying the dance moves in the song that I had a video I showed him. Stanley's making up the choreography as he goes along. So Stanley has, yesterday, he did some moves. There were twirls, there were dips, I was like, what is this, the lambada? Like, what's going on, Stanley? But he's like turning me around and doing all. Darin's already I showed him the video.
It's some very impressive moves. He does have his hands on a couple places though.
Yeah, he keeps adding more hands. I was like, So the funny thing is, afterwards, as he was like adding stuff, I said, just so you know, I'm really good at a pas de bourrée and a chassé and a box step and because I used to do all the dance school studio. I would do this recitals with my friends, but we would do them. You have to learn is like in synchronous whatever it is dancing. Nobody's touching each other, so we don't do ballroom. You just do dance. So I'm used to that. I'm used to kickball change.
I'm looking forward to seeing
dun,
the show.
Dun, 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 dun.
If they suck you in for 10 more lessons.
I know. So you get 5 lessons, but that's never enough time.
5 lessons for free that she's getting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're going to suck her right in and say, I think we should get 10 more.
I know. So Brent is on. He says, this is a lovely chat you're all having. Do you do this
Brent.
regularly? It's a neat way to casually
Brent.
learn what you're up to.
Yes, Brent. Well, we did this quite a bit last year, pretty much every single day for about 10 months to 11 months straight.
And then we realized that's too much.
Yeah, exactly. Now a couple of variants later, and we're back.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to the other thing that we're watching now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't believe this show is really starting to disturb me. I think I'm having bad dreams from it. We're watching Yellow Jackets.
Oh, my God. Who's watching Yellow Jackets?
Oh,
and we're only in season 1, so we have an entire second season.
Are there other seasons?
There's 2 seasons.
It's real. It's stress. The show is stressing me out.
Yeah,
I'm serious. I'm like this part of the time because some of it's just gross.
It is gruesome. It's gruesome.
But it is a good show. It's a very good cast. Juliette Lewis is great. I wasn't a big fan of her, but she's really damn good. Yeah. Christina Ricci, again, somebody who I didn't really care for that much. She's very good. And the one who is the one who's fantastic is the woman Melanie Linsky, who used to be in 2.5 Men, and now she's one of the main characters in this show, and she's actually married to John Ritter's son in real life named Jason Ritter. So she's very, very good.
Oh, by the way, Brent was asking, it wasn't our friends, it was my father-in-law's car, an Acura NSA or a Honda S2000. He said, pardon me, NSX. I think it was the it was a Honda.
I have to take a look and see.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like the highest end sports car for Honda.
And now, like the last few months, I can't sleep past 5 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
I don't know if it's because of the TV that I'm watching, but it certainly doesn't help. So yeah, I wake up every day like really early in the morning, 5 o'clock, and next to Miss can sleep through anything over here.
No, I was up at 5 this morning too, and then that's just because I drink. Oh, let me show you something.
This is huge. This is big. This is something that's actually helped me a lot. Not this particularly, but one of the things that I have focused on because of Beth. Going back to the whole weight management thing, is this just drinking a lot of water.
See, I haven't really. I'm bad this morning. I'm still having my coffee, but this is this is what I drink, and I do 2 of these a day, and then I know I've hit my numbers. But sometimes when you drink water too late at night, it wakes you up in the middle of the night, and so that's what happened to me.
But that has helped me a lot in terms of losing weight without going full throttle instead of plan. Is just drinking a lot of water.
Hydrate.
So then I wake up in the morning now, like I said, 5 o'clock, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, when I'm not thinking about the TV that I was watching last night, what do I do in the morning? What everybody else is doing in this world, because I'm kind of hooked. Oh, well, I'm looking at my phone. I'm doing something. Specific. Wordle. Oh my God! Wordle.
I am so not a Wordle girl.
No,
I'm not a Wordle girl.
You're not a Wordle girl. Yes, yeah. I've been doing Wordle pretty much every day.
You were a Words with Friends guy. That's why.
I'm pathetically hooked.
It was bought by the New York Times, though, so it could be behind a paywall any minute now.
You have to start paying for it. If you have to start paying for it, I'm out.
You're out of Wordle?
I'm out. I don't love it that much, okay?
I'll make up little things for you. I'll come up with a word. Think of the word I'm thinking of, and you can do it in 5 tries, and then I'll just keep changing it. It's like 5 letters.
That's good. And I don't have to pay for that?
Right, exactly.
And I think Beth mentioned when we started, you started saying New York Eats and Treats. So I'm going to give you a quick little synopsis of what happened since last year. If anybody recalls last year, I was part of a Facebook group here in Westchester, a very large foodie Facebook group.
Drama!
And some major drama happened, I don't know, probably at the end of October. Between me and one of the admins.
Be careful, you don't want to get sued.
I'm not going to say. And I ended up, at that time, started up a new Facebook group called New York Eats and Treats, and
not up to 24,000 yet. Though,
no, it's not there. It's slowly growing.
I just crack up because how many, like, you have a bunch of administrators now, like, I don't have.
No,
I have you and me on.
I just have one. Joni.
Oh, Joni. Okay, but it was just so funny. Like, you had another administrator. I'm like, okay, I made you my administrator on.
You're an admin. You're an admin.
Right. I'm like, whatever.
But yeah, so I ended up getting kicked out of that.
The other group.
The other group. Can you believe I got kicked out?
And then she kicked me out too. I didn't even do anything. I called her Westchester Rudy's.
And then she kicked
out
Beth. And she also kicked out Rebecca.
Yeah, she kicked us.
She kicked out the whole Feldman
clan. The whole Feldmans, they're out.
So now I have a, like I said, a separate Facebook group for food related, drinking related. It's supposed to be fun and lighthearted and, whatever. Restaurants, drinks, recipes.
Sometimes raunchy food humor.
Maybe a little bit raunchy at times. Right on that border of tasteful. Called New York Eats and Treats, and it's been growing nicely, right?
Yeah, it's good.
So we'll be talking. When we do these shows, we'll be talking a lot more about food because that's a big part of our lives. I mean, who are we kidding? We go out to dinners a lot, right? We
got to figure out what we're gonna do.
Food is just a huge part of the Feldman family, which is why we're sort of talking about it on the show and why we'll be posting this video on New York Eats and Treats.
That's good.
There you go.
I'm happy that we're gonna do that, and we do love, despite the fact that we're trying to, obviously watch our weight or whatever. We still like to go to a nice restaurant. We still like to have our wine. Darin still has his pizza. There's like, what was the one where you were totally like disappointed? Was it last week, the pizza?
Yeah,
we're not gonna name the place.
I'm not gonna mention the name, but we went to a new place. It was terrible. It was so bad.
But the next day,
made up for it. We went into the city because we moved Rebecca into her apartment, and
that was a bit of a harrowing experience.
But yeah, we'll talk about that.
Whatever.
But we ended up going to a place called San Mateo on 82nd and 1st, or 81st and
81st
and 2nd. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, and it's across the street from some gelato place, Anita's. I feel like it's like a bit of an authentic Italian area. All the restaurants and places are all.
But there's a couple other pizza spots
really nice.
Right around there that supposedly we have to try. Zazzy's is what I understand, and Mini's I think is another place. I mean, there's also Patsy's and stuff, which I've been to, but there's a lot of good spots where Rebecca is. And just real quick, I never thought I'd say this, but Dylan and I, before he went back to school, we ended up doing a pizza tour, the two of us, in New Jersey. We went to 7 or 8 different places. I have to tell you, if you've not really had a chance to go to New Jersey and try different places, New Jersey has some phenomenal pizza spots, and I'll tell you about a few of them another time, but when people say New Jersey has excellent pizza, they really do.
Yep.
They really do. So if you're ever in New Jersey and you're driving through for whatever reason, try to find yourself a good pizza spot because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of really good pizza
I like the
places.
One, it was in Robbinsville, right?
Oh.
What pies?
Yeah, that's De Lorenzo's, and the other one that we actually Dylan and I hit was Papa's Tomato.
Okay.
Oh, unreal. All right, so we're going to try to keep these shows right around their 30-minute mark because that's the attention that people
I know.
have. That's what
I
the
know.
attention I have.
People have to go places. They got things to do. We're now out and about more. We still got the mask, although this was the fashionable mask. See how it matches my outfit today. But this was the fashionable mask I was wearing all last year. But now I hear that you got to wear the K95s because those are the ones that are more effective wherever you're going. So I bought 2 boxes of them.
I have mask fatigue. I don't even want to talk about masks anymore.
But anyway, I'm all about having your mask match your outfit. So I just realized my mask was there. So anyway.
It is very pretty.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up, and we'll try to do something again next week, maybe.
All right. We'll be back, guys. And thanks for joining and listening in. And keep commenting. And, we enjoy talking to you and hanging out with you.
If it felt like we were a little bit all over the place,
it was because we were.
It's because we were.
We had a lot to share. We could go on for 24 hours. We could do a telethon, but we're not.
All right, everybody. Enjoy the weekend, everyone.
Bye.